Monday, 12th of April. Welcome to the Motorcycle Diaries. Today's subject, the Suzuki GSR600, or the Baby Beaking as it's known. Hello, I'm Luke, just finished my show at Kerrang Towers. Rockin' Mo's ace today, had a really good day and a wicked weekend actually, and now hopefully my internet will be back and we're working this week in the flat so I can start uploading all these diaries again, but I'm back on the case, shall we say, having sorted all the move out and everything. So let's have a look at this, the Baby Beaking. As you can see, it's styled similar to the Beaking, these big kind of lumps and humps. Here, it retails at £5,200. It produces 88 brake horsepower at the back wheel, top speed of 138, insurance group 13, and it's got the the GSR600 engine in it. In fact, it's got a lot of the high-end spec on this bike straight off the sports bikes, like the Tokiko brakes, lots of little kind of nice little touches and features on this bike to make it, I suppose, that kind of sport, almost entry-level bike. And yeah, if you want to get to graduate something like the Beaking or something bigger, this is really good. Now, it's hard to kind of obviously justify going for this over something like, for instance, a Bandit or the Gladius or the SV650, but it has got a lot of character. It is very different, and it does actually, when you feel it, when you ride it, it's got a lot of attitude, quite hooliganism. Just bringing it back from street bike the other day, I can tell you that. But yeah, I'm going to head out on this now, have a little spin around in the sun because it is lovely and gorgeous, and let you know what I think. Just from the other day, as I say, just bringing it back from street bike, it's really responsive. Immediately it does feel a lot more sprightlier and faster and a little bit more aggressive and torquey than the Bandit, for instance. A very different ride from the Gladius. It feels a bit more refined, obviously, because it has got that inline 4, but it is a really nice bike to look at. It's quite attractive, it's got to be said. I think much better looking than the standard Bandit. It's got a little bit more character, but it has got that kind of Beaking front end, but it's not as big, obviously, as a Beaking. Just quickly, because I'm a dunce, let's do the ignition test and show you the things here. As you can tell, you've got a fuel gauge, nice and clear, oil temperature. You've also got gear indicator, top speed, rev counter there, and obviously miles is there once I've actually kind of, with the timing, the trip computer. Yeah, so I think I'll get that onto time, thank you. And yeah, it's got immobiliser, pretty standard on the handles, and this is what it sounds like. It's a Suzuki, so obviously you have to put the clutch in. And exhaust on this, but it has got a really nice finish on this exhaust at the back there. We've got the two coming either side of the lights. Let's have to show you what it sounds like. See, very sporty, throaty sound. Right, I'm going to head out on this now. Okay, officially, I am going now. Catch you in a bit. Here I am at the lights. It really does, straight away, have got a real zip, a real attitude. This feels like a sports bike, even though it's a nice upright. This is something a little bit special, I'm starting to think. It's £5,200 you're getting, to say, a very practical, easy to use sports bike with all the brakes, the engine, everything like that you'd want off a proper regular racer, 600, but obviously not the cost. I'm very happy. The sound of this exhaust is lovely. This bike is a lot of fun. Wow, when you think about the Beaking, how big and powerful it is and everything, and then you've just got this and it is like a miniature version of it. This is a great bike. Now, I'm not just saying this, as someone who's ridden for years and years, has raced and everything, I'm enjoying really revving this and getting the most out of it, but, you know, it's powerful, but if you've had a bit of experience on bikes and you wanted something a bit sporty, a bit more personality, than just, say, the Bandit or the Gladius or... I mean, you know, they're great bikes, but this just brings something different. Obviously, it's going to be hard to say up against the FZ6, but you know what? I've always just said I kind of like the Bandits and things like that. They can be a little bit plain. This cheaper than a Gixxer, an R6 or a CBR, and you're getting that kind of performance. Obviously not the full-on racing looks, but another thing, you know what, sometimes getting on a race bike you don't really fancy. You don't want to have to be bent over the handlebars, especially a 600. I'm 6'3". But this is really, really comfortable to ride. I've been out on this for about an hour now, and you know what, it's great. Shame I'm stuck behind a big bus, really. But I'm heading back now. I've had a right little blast on this. A lot of fun as well. Nice. Here we are then, back all safe and sound. Went out for about an hour. What an amazing little blast on this bike. It's a real rider's bike, man. I'm liking it. Obviously, that engine, straight from the GSR600, the racing brakes from the GSR, all the little different components and parts, all add together to produce something that is a lot of fun to ride. Now, Now you're looking at 5,200 for this, obviously compared to the Bandits, Gladiuses, FZ6, and that, it's a little bit more, but you know what? I think this could be worth it. I've read a lot of reviews, people saying, well, I can't justify, well, I don't know if it'd be right justifying spending the more on this that you just get a Bandit, but yeah, because it has got that extra zip, that engine. Just that little bit more tuning, and the fact you can rev up to 14,000 means that as someone who really likes to push it on bikes and really ride it, you can, but it's also really comfortable and easy to do it. It's another one of these bikes that they seem to be making so many of now that make it very easy to go fast. And the great thing about it being the 600 is you get a lot of use out of all that power as well. You really can work it through the gears, give it some. I'd love to get one of these on a track, to be honest with you, because I think it would perform like hell. And I love riding a bike like this with the performance of a sports bike, but in a comfortable kind of upright position. Yeah, you're not over the front handlebars, so if you were going around a track, you might, you know, not quite have the same balance and everything else. But you know what? On everyday riding, when you want to commute and tour and do everything else, it makes it so much more easier and so much more comfortable. So, first impressions of the GSR600 from Suzuki, I'm really, really liking. It's made a really good impact on me. So I picked it up on Friday last week and had a quick blast on it then, but just going out today in the sun and really kind of cutting loose with it. It's a really, really nice bike for £5,200. You got remember this does 0-60 in what, under 4 seconds, just so you know, it's still quicker or as quick as a Ferrari or an Aston Martin, you know, Vanquish V12. It's incredible. You can pick that up for £5,000, and it's got all the practicality of it, like immobiliser, everything that you could possibly want, and a bit of Suzuki good build quality. It's a good bike, man. It's a good bike. I'll spend another day on this one tomorrow, and hopefully on Thursday I'm getting delivered another Harley, which will be a really rather special one as well. But more on that later in the week. Until then, my friends, ride safe.